Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a few things that I picked up in the Sephora Sale haul. There are a couple things that I didn't put on my face, but I do get into how I feel about them. So we do have the Givenchy Prisme Libre bronzer. This is newer. I have the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. I have MAC Crumbled Diamonds. Yes, used to be called Diamond Crumbles. I do have a MAC lipstick here. I have the Armani Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer, and that's in the shade 11. I have the Ole Henriksen Lip Balm in Vanilla Bonbon. So yeah, I do have a few other things, so just keep watching if you're interested in seeing how I like these products. All right, so let's get started. I have put on a few things already, so I will go through what I've already started using. The first thing is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I have the shade Universal, which is just clear, essentially. This is a very strange texture, so essentially it looks like a lip balm, but then you put it on your hand or your face, and it immediately dries down to a powder. So it is feeling strange when you first put it on, but it does kind of help control the oil. I wouldn't say, like, I'm using the Natasha Denona High Glam foundation right now, and I'm still looking shiny. So I will have to use a mattifying powder. But for right now, that's what I've done. I've done that, my foundation, my concealer, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And then I've used this, which is another purchase from the sale. This is the Laneige Cream Skin Serapeptide Mist. So I've used that just to prime my face. And then another thing I used, but you've seen me use this already, it's just a different shade, is the Haus Labs Precision Sculpt Shaping Balm. And I bought the shade Angle. Yes, I already owned Angle and I exchanged it for Chisel, but now I got Angle again. So I have both. So anyways, I really love this one too, because when you blend it out, it goes from a balm also to a powder type texture. So I really have been enjoying these shaping balms. And so I just did it like an underpainting kind of thing. So you can see I do have a little bit there. And then I did my nose contour. So we're gonna go in actually first with my new fragrance from Jo Malone. So this is the Ginger Biscuit fragrance. And I know you're not supposed to do that or rub your arms together. I don't care. I do it anyways. So that one, I only used one spray, but I feel like that one spray is good enough for me. I don't want to smell too strong, but that one at first is very gingery, but once it dries down, you do get that kind of like ginger cookie smell. So I really like it, especially for this time of year. I have been having a little reaction or something with my lips. My lips have been causing a real problem lately. I think it's because I used one of my mom's lipsticks yesterday just to try it in the shade Snob from MAC, but I think it was expired, and so I think it irritated my lips. Because I didn't use anything out of the ordinary last night. I think I put the Rhode Peptide lip tint on, and that doesn't usually bother me, but I woke up and they were quite red. So we're gonna go in with this one here. This is the Ole Henriksen, and this is new. I believe this is limited. This is in the shade Vanilla Bonbon, or flavor, because it's clear. It smells so good. If you're thinking about it, get it, because... So I'm sorry, I know I'm doing this video kind of late. It's my kind of haul, try on haul, but you still have a day. So you have today and you have tomorrow. And then to apply my foundation, I did use the new to me, Makeup by Mario F4 brush. So I used this side for the foundation, and I'm going to use this side for my blush. First, I'm going to go in with my new bronzer. This is the Prisme Libre Bronzing Powder, and I have the shade 02, Poplin Bronze. So we're going to go in with that. So like I said, I did use the Haus Labs. It is very strong. I did use a Haus Labs contour first. So the smell on this is quite strong. So if that's not something that you're into, maybe hold off on this one. And then these are all matte shades, these three here. This one here does have a little bit of a sheen to it. I did do a video of like my full haul on TT, so if you wanted to watch that, it's there. But I'm trying them all on right now. Okay, so let's go in with this bronzing. I'll just use this Morphe brush here. I saw Nikki LaRose use this, and I was like, ooh, that looks good. So I haven't gone in with my mattifying powder yet. I like to go in with my bronzer first. This is like my new thing. I don't know why I do this, but I like to kind of set the contour first with a bronzer. And then I go in with my setting powder, not all over the face, just in basically the T-zone. And for that, I'm going to be using the new to me, it's not brand new, but the Fenty, what's it called? Invisimatte. This one here, I just got a mini because I didn't feel like I needed the whole thing. So not to be confused with the brightening one that just came out. This is Invisimatte. I think this came out maybe last year. I'm not 100%. But yeah. Sorry, I had a little buildup of lip balm there. I was thinking of maybe getting shade 1, so I'm glad I got shade 2 because I feel like shade 1 would have been probably too light. Again, we have a cloudy day, so again I have my lights on here. And I'm not sure what I did, but I scratched myself on the face somehow here. But so far, this is very pretty. It does have, like I said, a tiny bit of sheen from that one shade. But I would say mostly matte. With just like a teeny tiny sheen to it. So I do have a little issue. I have 2 blushes, but I'm probably just going to use the Patrick Ta one because I feel like that kind of would go better with the look I'm doing today. And I did order a couple other things that haven't come in yet. So one is an order for pickup, which is Snob by MAC, because I saw a video that Sash Report posted on TT, and am I allowed to say it? Like, I don't know. Why is that not allowed? I'm still doing YouTube, you know? I don't know. Anyways, it looked so good on her. She used it with Grage, which of course is one of my favorite shades. And then a lip gloss, which I think was Behaved. And it looked so good on her, which is why I tried my mom's on last night. But like I said, my mom's is ancient, so I think that's maybe what caused my reaction here. I'm sorry. I obviously put too much balm on my lips because I'm getting gloopy over here. But I had put Vaseline on before I put this on, so I think that's what's going on here. Anyway, the bronzer is really nice. Did I need it? No. No, I didn't. But I always like a little more bronzer than not enough because I don't like being pale. So I think we're good on that for now. Yeah, so I do have 2 blush shades. So I'll show you this one first. This one comes out really fast, so I'm kind of scared to squirt it out. This is the Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer by Armani. I'm just gonna try to put like the tiniest bit, so that's what it looks like. And it's basically a highlight, but it could be a highlight slash blush. It's just like a bronzy kind of pinky. Right now it's coming off orange, but I would say it's kind of like a pinky bronzy shade. So I'm not going to use this today. I will try to use this in another video, but I have this one to use, which I've been really liking, which is She's Seductive from Patrick Ta. We're going to go in with this guy. So we'll first go in. I do it the opposite way than he does because I don't want to look too glowy. So I go in with the cream first. Again, I'm using my F4 from Makeup by Mario. And we'll just place that on the cheeks. And then I'll go in with my powder after I do this cream, the Fenty powder. And then I'll go in with the blush powder. So it's so pretty. I think out of all of them, this is my favorite one. I have Not Too Much, which is similar in tone, but this one's just, I don't know, this one's just a little more mauvey and a little less orangey, I think. For some reason, I think Not Too Much came up a little bit warmer on me than I thought it would. I don't know. I don't really know, but so far I've been liking this one the best. Okay, so there we have a little bit of the cream. I'm not going to use too much. Like, that's probably more than enough. And then we're going to go in with the Fenty Invisimatte. I'm trying to be a little bit quick today. I don't want to be making you guys sit around for 5 hours watching me do this. So I'm trying to be a little faster than I usually am. So we're going to put that in the center of the forehead where I get very oily. The center of the face also. And maybe a little underneath that blush. Just to clean it up just a tad. Again, in the middle here. And I do kind of press it off on my hand a little bit, just so I'm not applying too much powder. And then we'll go on the nose, which is my problem area. All right, so we're good so far. Okay. All right, so now I will go in with the powder side of this. And which brush do I use? I can't remember which brush I was using the other day for this. I think it was this one here, the 01 from Sephora Collection. And I just kind of tap off on my hand again. This is just such a beautiful shade. Some I find are a little bit too overpoweringly pigmented, but I feel like this one isn't. If you do a little tap off on your hand like I did, I feel like it's not overly pigmented, which I appreciate. I like being able to like build it up. Pretty. And then I'm gonna go in with one of my new powders. I also forgot to mention I got this too, but obviously I'm not using this right now. This is a nighttime thing. This is my retinol serum. And then I also grabbed Cashmere Skin fragrance that just came out from Fleur. Haven't gotten it yet. And then Snob from MAC, which I have to pick up. And She's Unapologetic from Patrick Ta, the lip cream, because I know I used to have it and I really liked it. But I feel like I would appreciate it more now that I use like cooler toned lip liners. So I want to try that again because mine went bad. I had it so long ago. So yeah. Okay, so that's the blush. And let's go in with this little baby. This is the Backstage Glow Maximizer palette in the shade Pearly Peach Glow. Yes. So it does have a little bit of kind of glittery bits to it. So these are the glittery ones, more so this one, which is the shade here. And then we have this one here. I kind of like to mix them all together. I know some people are just really not into that. I mean, you could always use that on your eyes, and then these two are very smooth and not glittery, the peachy shades. So let's find a brush to use here. I'm gonna kind of just dab in all of them, like I said. And I just think it's very pretty. I'm gonna try to, I'm not gonna like use a ton of those goldy shades, more so sticking in the peaches, but it's so nice to just kind of give the whole thing a blend. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting like a bajillion text messages, so if I keep looking at my phone, I'm sorry. So there we have it. That is the Pearly Peach Glow, which I think is cute. Did I need it? No. But it is very pretty. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is eyes. So I had the two. And now I have the darkest one. So this is deep. I saw Tanya B. Wells use this. And I was like, that looks so good on her. What the heck? And so here we are. So she still did like a very soft look with it. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to go in with this one first, which is what she used. Honestly, just go watch her video because it was just so beautiful. I was like, girl, you're just so good at makeup. I don't know which brush I want to use. Let's go in with this one here. I don't even know what this is. This is a Morphe, sorry. M453. And we'll just go into that second shade in the crease. I did use Laying Low on the eyes, the MAC Paint Pot. I used that today already. So we're just gonna go in the crease here. And I do want to use kind of a fun shade that I got from MAC, which is, okay, why does this keep happening? I'm sorry. Which is, it used to be called Diamond Crumbles, and now it's called Crumbled Diamonds. I don't know why they redid them. I think they were fine as they were, but I'll try that today too, just to be a little extra. Even though I'm going to the gym, I might look a little weird, but that's fine. Okay, so first we're doing this shade here, and then she went in with that kind of like burgundy tone. I don't know if I want to use that one, do I? I'm just trying to think of how it's going to go with that blue. I mean, we can use a tiny bit. First, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade and just kind of put that on my whole lid. So nice and bright. And I like to put that in my inner corner just to kind of brighten the whole eye up. Okay. And then let's go in with that burgundy shade. I think it was this one here. It's a little more reddish. We'll just go very lightly on the outer corner with that. Nothing crazy. And then same with this side. And this is the side that gives me trouble, and it looks like it's patchy, but it's not. It's just the shape of my eye. So just a heads up, if you're like, girl, blend that out, that's why. Okay. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's go in with a liner brush, and we'll take that darkest brown right here. But I also want to smudge it out a little more, so I'm not going to be too precise with it. I liked how she did it. Maybe I might try to find that brush that she was using. I think it was one of the Eyeshadow brushes. So I'm gonna try to find that one, because it just gives a super nice blend. This one is like going a little bit too harsh on the lash line, like more than I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna find that brush and then kind of blend this out a little bit better. Okay, so using the Eyeshadow brush 00, I just kind of like blended that out a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with the black and just keep the black close to the lash line. I'm basically trying to do the exact eye look she did, but I'm going to add that MAC shadow on it. So I just don't want anybody thinking I'm copying her, because like I am, and I'm telling you that I am. So there we go, with a tiny bit of that black, and just kind of, oh, I don't want too much. I don't want it to be too much of like a perfect winged liner, you know? But that black is quite pigmented, so that's why we're not going to do an actual liner. But speaking of liner, I did pick up a replacement for my Urban Decay Whiskey, because this is a very used and loved shade by me, and I've been using it for years and years. I don't know what is that sound, but okay, so that's as far as we're gonna go right now. Let's also go in with the, I was gonna say Makeup by Mario, but I can't find it, so let's go in with Whiskey. Why not? I didn't get any new brow products or anything. I didn't get any new mascara. So I'm just kind of showing you everything I got. Okay. So we're good with that. Let's go in with Crumbled Diamonds, aka Diamond Crumbles. This is what she looks like. Very cute. I think I'm going to put it on my hand and apply it with my finger. So this is what it looks like. And then just kind of pat it out with my finger like this, because I want a very maybe that doesn't go with my warm eyeshadow look, but it's kind of cool looking. Yeah, I wanted a very like specific look with the, like I just want it to be very spread out, if you know what I mean. So I just kind of wanted to go specifically on the middle of my eyelid. I think I need just a touch more, because I feel like this one is definitely more sparkly. How are we feeling about this look? I don't know. I think I liked it better before I did this, but that's okay. This is what it looks like. It's very cool. I think it'd be nice for like New Year's Eve, something like that. A lot of people put it in the corner of their eyes, which looking back, maybe that would have been better. But that's what it looks like. So that is the Dazzle Shadow Liquid. And like I said, that is the shade Diamond Crumbles. Crumbled Diamonds. Crumbled Diamonds. It used to be called Diamond Crumbles. What does it say on the bottom here? Yeah. That's what it says. Okay, let's go in with, should I put shadow underneath? I want to get rid of this balm because it is very, very nice. It's just I put too much because I had put Vaseline on it, so it's not usually goopy like that. Let's put a little underneath the eye, because why not? Let's go in with that second shade. Okay, I'm gonna go in with that third shade, which is this one here. This is kind of like a fluffier angled brush, so I'm just trying to use that. but I might have to go in with another one. Don't blow on your brushes. All right, I'm gonna put some mascara on. I'm gonna just blend it out a tiny bit more. Maybe with this brush here. Okay, I'm gonna throw on some mascara and we'll go in with the lips when I'm done. Okay, so mascara is on. Sorry, I was scratching my leg. I had a time with this side. I tried a new mascara, which is the Sky High, and I don't think I like it. Like, look how spidery these ones are looking. I much prefer this side. Usually I use the Makeup by Mario Master Mascara, and then I mix in a tiny bit of the Colossal Bubble, which I like better. It doesn't make my lashes as spidery, so that's what I used on this side, was the Makeup by Mario and the Colossal Bubble. This one has like 5 different mascaras on them, so I don't know. Which do you prefer? I don't know. I just like the look of this. It looks fuller to me. It doesn't look as like stringy. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so for lips, I just went in with this here, which has been, I love it. This is the Morphe Shape Lifter Micro Contour Stick, and I just went around the lips with that. And this is in the shade Enhanced. I think you should definitely pick this up during the sale if you have it. Actually, I think Morphe is not in the US. If you're in Canada, you should grab it. But it is at Ulta for sure, because this is where I got it. And there's a little sharpener on the end too. But yeah, I've been really, really liking that one. More than my Victoria Beckham. So, okay. So now let's go in with no new lip liners. This one is the newest one I think I have, which is Morphe Rocksteady. And I'll just go in with that. The Anastasia one is also really nice. All Anastasia's liners. So I see they're coming out with another palette again, which is the Haze palette. Haze is one of my favorite lipstick shades from them. The original, but also Soft Haze. Okay. So first let's go in with a lighter lipstick because I want to do like my usual, which is, that's Haze. I don't want to go in with Haze. Let's go in with Laura Mercier. Where the heck is it? You know, always when I'm looking for something. Always when I'm doing a video and I can't find something. Here we go. This is the Laura Mercier Chantilly Lace. But then I will use a bit of that MAC lipstick just to give it a little more color, because I know this is probably too pale for most people. Okay, then Creme Cup. And here we go. This one is a satin. So it just gives a little more color to my lips. And a little more hydration, because that Laura Mercier one can be a little drying. But because I don't like too much shine on my lips, what I might do, should I just take my powder puff and just mat it down just a tiniest bit. All right, so what do we think? This is my Sephora sale haul. The only thing I didn't use was this one, but like I said, I will try to use that in a different video, but everything else I do really enjoy. And yeah, I think that everything kind of pulled together nicely. Sorry about this. I've picked at my face again. I really need to stop doing that. And then I leave huge marks on my face. But I do really actually like how the eye look came together once I put my mascara on. I don't necessarily think that these like warm tones go with the blue. I would probably use like a cooler tone shadow with that. But I do think it looks cool in the middle there. And I love the blush. Like I said, the bronzer is very, very nice. I don't know if it was worth the money because I feel like the Anastasia bronzer is amazing. Again, that's a more matte bronzer. The Smooth Blur, which I think is so good, and I love the shade of it. It's kind of like a goldeny undertone. So yeah, maybe you could skip on this one. It is very, very nice though. If you do like something with a touch of sheen, then I think you would probably really like it. But if you don't like fragrance, do not get that one. I really, really enjoy this. The projection, I don't know that I could really smell it at night. I mean, the projection is pretty good throughout the day, but it's just once you get into nighttime, you may have to reapply like one spray. What else? The lipstick, I mean, you know, I love MAC lipsticks. The Fenty powder, really nice. I don't know that it keeps me more matte than, let's say, my NARS Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder or like my MAC Studio Fix powder. So I don't know that you like absolutely need this one, but if you want to try it, it's nice that it comes in the mini size to try. But I do really like it. It is very like blurring and pretty on the skin. I forgot to use this, so let's use this right now. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. You can hear that there's some little powders that you have to shake up in there. So they say to spray it like in a T and then I mean, I don't know. I don't think you have to do that, but what I do like about this setting spray, not powder, is that it doesn't leave little dots on your face. I do still like to kind of push it into the skin like I do with all my setting sprays, but I don't know, I like that it doesn't, you don't have to go in and make sure you didn't mess up your eye makeup or anything. It doesn't leave those little white dots on the skin, but like I said, do make sure to shake it up because it does have powders and the balls are what tell you that you need to shake it. Not a huge difference between this one and this one with the way that they look on my skin throughout the day. But with this one, I don't love the mister as much. This one kind of shoots straight out. Like it's just a wetter formula. So sometimes you have to be careful with these. Like there was one time I used it too close to my face and it did kind of ruin my makeup. So just make sure you do have to shake this one up as well. Make sure you shake it up and use it at a good distance away. So yeah, that is everything. This was a repurchase. Really like this. This is just the retinol serum. The Absolute, one other thing I didn't mention that I got that I have tried, but I don't know yet, is the L'Oreal Absolute. It's very similar to the K18. It's like the leave-in. Again, I've tried it one time, so I can't exactly tell you how it's working. So I'll let you know after I've used it more often, but it does have great reviews. So I will let you know about that one. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you soon. Bye.